today I'm doing this video on this entire look. It is meant to be like a berry look, you know, for Christmas, because nobody really wears reds on their eyes. So it is a little bit pinker than I wanted it to be, but so yeah, I hope you enjoy. Here we go. Going in with my favourite primer. Know this already if you watch any videos. It's the only primer I own, so I'm just going to use it. I'm actually going to use a luminizer today, which I haven't done in so long. So today's look is very much inspired by Jamie Genevieve, but I wanted to go more on like a pink berry. I'll put the look here. I love berries, vampy colours with a bold lip and the bold eyes. I think it's the most complimenting thing ever. Obviously you can do a nude, but I'm not going to do that. But I love these droppers. This is the PS Custom Glow. I know I use a lot of pennies in my videos, but I do love pennies makeup. And I seen someone the other day post like, oh, first time buying pennies makeup, and I was like, what? I live in there. Pennies come out with the best drops. They dry completely matte, but they still look glowy. Like, there's nothing worse than still staying oily, which I find with the Cover FX they do still stay oily on me. So I just prefer the pennies ones. The only thing is, from this packaging, I know I don't have any of their newer stuff, but I don't think they do this one anymore, and if they do, it's been reformulated or repackaged or something, because I can't find it in this bottle anymore. But anyway, long tangent over. This is the Custom Glow liquid highlighter in Moonshine. I don't think the droppers are that good, to be honest. It is a little bit more of a creamy finish than a liquid, but I don't care because I just do this. And then your hands should look super fab and glowy too. So this brush I use in every video is the Coastal Scents, I don't know, brush. Came in their 22-piece set, which I think is like $22 or something like that. So good. So going in with the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation, and this is Y415. Oh, I've been writing that everywhere. I've been writing that as Y145. I'll write in the description, and also if you check the description there'll be links to everything, so you can click them and I'll bring you straight to the product on the main page. I'm not affiliated, I wish, but I'm not affiliated with any links I put in. I just think it's so much easier, just instead of googling it, you can literally just click it and it'll bring you straight to it. There are different websites from Beauty Bay, Coke 10, the original websites, just wherever I could find it first, to be honest. So I'm just going to pump this on my brush, because we all know how that went last time when I decided to pump on my face. But this is so dark, I love it. I've just cleaned my brushes as well, so they have that new brush feel, you know. Oh, so we're having another Fenty issue. You need loads of pumps with this foundation if you want full coverage, because that's not full on this side. I do normally mix foundations that I like the colouring off, or the kind of quality of it, mix it in with Inglot, because I know I love Inglot and I know it's full coverage, very little of it, so maybe I should have done that with this, but oh well. That might be better. I've moved you closer. I don't know. See, when I complained about texture in the last video, I was wrong, it got worse. Then taking Match Perfection Concealer, which I think I used in the last video. God, I feel like I used a lot of the same products. I'm just gonna smudge that out with a beauty blender. Well, this isn't a beauty blender, it's a Real Techniques Miracle Sponge. You know, to be exact. Mine's not exactly wet, so I'm just gonna smudge it into my skin. I am gonna use the MAC Soft Ochre, as I always do. I actually need a new one of these, and I'm going down next week, so, or Saturday. Oh fuck, I better go on Saturday. I'm just marking out where my brows go. So I'm taking my Inglot 31T. This is like a 14-euro brush, but it's so thin, it's so good. Never seem to talk while these parts are on. And then just spiking up the front as per. Just cleaning up the little hair strokes I might have went out of line with. Right, I will go off and do the other brow, and I'll see you in a second. Bye. Okay, when I say I had issues, I had issues. I have it really pink and awful. So stupid. I'm actually going to take this off. I'm going to take it off and do it again. I did this eye and it just looked awful, and it still kind of does. Like, it looks like predominantly pink, but I swear to God it is berry toned. It just was showing up a lot pinker last time, so I took it off and I redid it. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and do this one now. I didn't want to use the P. Louise palette, but I found it was the only thing that I could get near enough berries without turning pink, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use it anyway. So I'm taking the shade Contour and Bestie out of this palette. I'm gonna go in on contour first, just literally swiping it on. And then I'm just taking my MAC 217, which has so many different colours on it, but I'm going to go in with a little bit of Martini out of this palette. Just on top of the contour, because I don't actually want it to be pink. I do bring my own blend really high because I don't have a lot of lid space, so I like to see what I'm doing. And then I'm just softening it out with a Zoeva Luxe crease and a tiny bit of tripping. I just think this is one of the best cream eyeshadows. And this is just softening the edges. And then I'm just going to take it underneath the eyes as well. And then softening that out. And then I'm just taking the shade Bestie and popping that right on the crease line. And then I'm taking my 217 and actually putting a bit of contour on it, just to help Bestie blend. Taking Bestie underneath as well. Then I'm taking the shade Blackout from the Naked 2, it's just my favourite black. And then a bit just on the outer corner, because I wanted to give a more almond eye effect, especially with these lashes on. I'm using 68 gel liner from Inglot. I'm just dropping a bit of Duraline into it, it just makes it easier. So I'm just going to start on the inner corner, and I do start on the kind of more lid, I don't do it above. And then when it comes to the outer corner, I'm just patting it. Just taking a bit of contour and placing that on top of the outer corner. That'll just help it blend in. And then I just go in with Bestie. And I'm using the Inglot pigment in 86, which you can see there. It's this gorgeous, like this berry toned pigment with a brown kind of undertone to it. It's really nice. So I'm just placing that on the gel liner while it's still wet. And I'm placing most in the centre and then fading out, because then if you place most in the centre, it's where the colour gradient is going to be. So then you can fade it out on the inner corner because you don't want it to be so pigmented in the front, and you also want it to be really softly blended into the blacks and stuff at the outer corner. So I'm taking Inglot 77 gel liner. I'm just doing a simple line. So how I do my lines is I start on the inner corner, and I kind of like look down because it's when my eyelids personally are stretched the most, and I just do it like that. So you can see it does go up a lot in the centre. I just think it really flatters the half cut crease that I do, where it goes up in the centre and then comes back down to my normal eye shape on the outer corner. And then I have to clean up all underneath my eyes with concealer because it's a mess. So I'm just taking that concealer again that I used at the start. I'm popping that. I'm just gonna get my finger and put Slay from the P. Louise palette right on the inner corner. So the lashes I'm using are the Shitty Chopin. Sounds like I'm saying shitty. Shitty Chopin AliExpress lashes. They are some of the best lashes. I do stock them in my studio because I saw Laura Dempsey talk about them months ago, and she loved them and she took them out of the box, and I couldn't get over the quality from even through the camera, so I just bought a load of them. and now they're the only lashes I stock because they are so similar to Sosumi's, but like a fraction of the price. Like these cost 150, these ones, and then the round ones cost 250. But the round ones, to be honest, in my opinion, are all the same. So if you're getting them, get the box because they're all kind of different. And I'm using the style 31. So who I get it from on AliExpress, if it's any help to you, is I literally look up Minx lashes, and if you look for a picture with these boxes, they're either gold, purpley, pink or silver, and then look for the company Eyeshadow. Eyeshadow, don't know. I'll just let that dry a little bit, and then we'll move on to skin. And bish bosh boosh, that's them on. The only thing is I would actually recommend cutting them because this one is scabbing me in the eye on this side, and this one is just too long. So I would recommend cutting them. I just was lazy and didn't. So this is just the Rimmel Insta Fix and Matte. Love it. Smells so good too. To be honest, my foundation's probably set by now because it's been like 3 hours since I put it on. I'm going to use the PS Bronze Queen Matte Bronzer in Sunrise. This is €3 and it's the best bronzer ever. Everyone says it's very like MAC Give Me Sun. I think that's the reason I bought it, but I don't have that bronzer so I can't compare it. But that's the reason I bought it, I think. And as you can see, I'm hitting pan on it and I haven't been able to find it in a shop since. So if I run out of this, I will cry. My little angle brush again. I'm starting to love doing bronzer with an angle brush. Then I'm going to take the Naked Flush palette and I'm going to use the little blush in that because it was the easiest to reach for. It's actually a really nice palette for sizing. The only thing I don't like about these palettes is if you run out of one, which will probably be the bronzer or the highlight before the blush, you'd have to rebuy the whole thing if you really liked it. Also, I don't like the way they're not separated. That annoys me, like there's no barrier between each of them. I'm taking my favourite blush brush and it's all clean, even though it only ever goes pink, but I'm hopping that in my cheeks. So for highlighter, I'm actually using 2 new products. I'm using the Bedelium Tools, I think I said that right actually, 941 tapered highlighting brush, which is this. It looks massive compared to my head, which is also massive. And I'm using the Illamasqua Epic Highlight. So this is actually really good if you are darker, like that's the true colour there that you can kind of see. Obviously you can see it's very reflective. The kind of dent in the middle is me been using it the past week. I do think it is a really soft highlight in the way that it meshes into your skin. It is still blinding with the light, but you do have to be tan. You can't, this isn't a tan highlight that you can put on when you're pale. This is just tan. Mirror is lovely. Look at the size of that. Like I don't need to ever bring a mirror with me now. And sizing for €36, it's massive. And also the fact that it's domed. So it's not a flat powder. You can see there's height to it, so you are getting more product than a flat pressed powder. Okay, this brush is like proper long. I don't know like if that's coated enough. Oh Jesus, it is, I think. And then I'm just popping this on my cheekbone. See it? See the way it's really soft? Oh, my baby hairs are trying to get in on that. But you do have to be tan. It probably would look nice if you topped it with a lighter highlight, but I think it's lovely on its own as well. This brush is really nice. It's quite soft. It does feel like I don't have a lot of control though. That's the only thing I can say about this. But it's so soft. Oh. Moving on to the lips then. I'm just going to take my hair down because I'm nearly finished so I can look somewhat presentable now. I'm going to use the only lip liner I have that is actually blackcurrant-y coloured. I'm going to take, now this is limited edition which is really gotten, but it's the Viva Glam 3, but this is one of the best deep reds ever. I'm not sure of a MAC comparison, but I think it's very similar to like 107 by Rimmel, which if you're an OG YouTube watcher, you probably know around 2013. I think every YouTuber ever, especially like Zoella and the English gang, all had 107. So I'm just lolloping that on. It's such a lovely formula because it's very like actually the Jamie Genevieve one I have. It's not matte, but it looks matte, which is nice. It's not like ruby woo, you're like scraping it on your lips to get on. It's not looking very berry, is it though? It's looking very pink berry, but I swear to God it's berry in person. So then to finally finish the entire look off, shake up your L'Oreal, yeah, get the muscle, and squish. But this is your very Merry Christmas look. I don't really know how to say bye. I've been filming for so long, I'm going delirious. So I'm just going to say now, all the links are in the description below. I hope you enjoyed watching, and don't forget to check out next week with a new video of new products. Gloater. So bye. Oh, I've never actually done that on camera. Well, I have before, but I always crop them out. So let's go again. Delicious. Do not recommend anyone else starting this. Wow. Stunning. I'm gurgling galore. Ooh. Oh, I forgot to say, I got a new TV. Do you like? Do you like? I do, except for the fact that it doesn't work. Oh my god, I look like Beetlejuice. That's really soft. Oh. It's like, okay. Fed up of this shite.